Jets. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fields in right around the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll have great field position here. As the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
16 yards the pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Eight yards to go on second down. Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Woods. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On the handoff, Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that's just enough to get it done.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After one, 17-7 to score on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. To throw is Cousins. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
11 more yards now go around, a first down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exact. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. David Onyemata able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a give to Taylor. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner. than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. They'll set up to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
On the set.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Here's Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready?
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's more on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Woods. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
His second touchdown on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
he's got a man complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
All right, now here we go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll look to throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Cousins now after the fumble recovery.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more
time. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 27-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. A chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Let's go now. Quick, yellow.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Taylor, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 13.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here we go.
Cousins on first down. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We're going. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Go ahead.
On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Cousins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover.